way to be able to bring in passive income, this is going to be your morning. And what I'm going to be sharing with you is going to rock your world. So I have a ton to be able to share with you. I am so passionate about this. Let me introduce myself really quick. So my name is Lee Meyer. I'm a stay-at-home mom of four in Washington State. And I found this passive income stream about 3.5 months ago, and it has changed my world. It has brought in income for my family, all while giving me my time back, because that was what I really wanted at the end of the day, was time with the four blessings that God gave me, time with my kids. I didn't want to have to choose between having to work and having to provide for them, having to work my side hustle, and then not being able to be with my family, not being able to be with my kids, having to watch my husband be the one on the floor who's playing with them while I had to go work. I wanted to be that fun mom. I wanted to be the mom who had the time to build things, to build Legos, to sit on the floor, play with blocks, read books. And so what this passive income stream has done for me is it has helped me be that yes mom, that mom that can now have the time to say yes. Yes, I've got time to sit down with you. Yes, I've got time to play a game with you. Yes, I've got time to read a book with you. And this has changed in a matter of weeks with this system, with this passive income stream that I am sharing with you. And that is why I am so passionate about sharing this with you. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So again, I'm in Washington State. I'd love to know what state it is that you are tuning in from, because my goal is to one day be able to have every single state across the US represented here, and maybe even some other countries outside of the US. So go ahead and drop it in the comments what state that you're in. So again, I'm Washington State. It is raining here. I do have to say Washington State, otherwise people get it mixed up with DC. It is a little bit drizzly here. That's just kind of how it is. So we're going with it, but I'm excited to be able to hang out with you this morning and be able to share about this, because it is something that I'm so passionate about, because I've seen the power in my own life, and I've seen what it has done for me and my family, what it's done for my kids, of being able to be that mom that I've always wanted to be. So what if you could have a passive income stream that is out there working for you, giving you your time back, allowing you to actually be present? Because the thing is, I was a stay-at-home mom, but I was also working from home. I was working a side hustle from home, and I was never, really fully present, because even when I wasn't working, it was a constant battle in my mind of I should be working, or, how are we going to get by? I was stressed and I was anxious and I was worried of how, we're just going to make it through the month, how we're going to pay for all of the things, like the cost of groceries these days, right? Like that is a small miracle, just to put groceries on the table, just to be able to walk into a grocery store and afford the things that you need to buy for your family. And then you throw a car repair bill on top of that. You throw, the dishwasher breaking, you throw medical bills, whatever, all of those, extra unexpected expenses that, they're not really unexpected because they're happening every month. And you throw in all of those extra things. That is so much added stress as the person who's kind of managing the finances, making sure that we're making it through the month. And so to be able to have this passive income stream, I knew that something had to change. I knew that I had to reclaim my time with my family. I knew that I needed a better way to be able to bring in income. And so that is what this passive income stream has done for me. It has given me not just a way to provide, not just a way that has brought in thousands of dollars for my family completely on autopilot, completely automated, but it's given me that time back that I needed because I realized how quickly time was slipping by. My oldest is 14. He's actually going to be 15 this fall. My youngest is 2. And I'm like, I don't have much time left. I cannot afford to go on another day missing out. I cannot go on or cannot afford to go on another day with, the little bit of time that I have left with all 4 kids under my roof. I wanted a way to be able to have money, to actually be able to more than just get by, more than just get the bills paid, to actually be able to enjoy life, to be able to enjoy my kids. So everything we're going to be talking about today, I have a lot to be able to get through with you. But right here, empoweredpassiveincome.com, that is my website where you can go and get all of the details about getting set up with a passive income stream for yourself. You're going to head here, and when you get there, you will see a place to put in your email. You're going to put that in, and that's going to immediately take you to a page with a short video. That video is going to answer all of your questions about exactly how this works. You're going to want to watch that video all the way through. And so then if you still, for some reason, have questions after that video, you watch it all the way through, I promise that it will answer your questions. But if you've still got questions after that, go ahead and hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me. And I'm more than happy to answer whatever questions that you have. Now, underneath that video, you're also going to see a button, and that button is going to take you over to the different products that you can make passive income with. You're going to scroll all the way down at on that page to be able to check out the different options that are available. But it really does depend on, what your dreams and goals are, what your dreams and goals are for your family and for your time and building that life that you want. So head here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. That is going to get you all of the details about how to create a passive income stream and earn up to unlimited commissions, $900 a day. Now that number, it didn't sound real. When I heard $900, I'm like, that's not real. That's like, I was completely skeptical. Like, how could you possibly make $900 in a day and in just 2 hours a day? And like, that doesn't equate. Coming from a background of side hustling, coming from a background of trading time for money, coming from a background of always looking at jobs and going, okay, how much do they make per hour? Like, how is this even possible? Like, what do you have to be, a brain surgeon? But it's actually what is possible with the internet these days, and with having an automated way to be able to bring in sales, with having an automated way that is out there working for you, even when you're not actively working, even when you're not, physically present. With an automated system, when you have an automated system that is out there working for you, it's working around the clock. It's out there 365. It's out there 24/7 while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, while it's the weekend and you're enjoying your family, while you're enjoying the rest of the 22 hours of the day. When you put in 2 hours of income earning activities and you do that, you're going to get people into that automation system that is going to do all of the follow up for you. And so that is how earning $900 in a day is possible. And I wouldn't have believed this for myself until I saw it myself. I never imagined that I would be able to make $900 in a single sale. I was coming from a background of making $10 on a product, $15 on a product, maybe $50 if I was lucky, but I never had seen anywhere near $900. So to pick up my phone, look at it and go, I just had $900 come in. Do you know how exciting that is? You won't truly know how exciting that is until you see it for yourself. So for those of you who are just coming through, my name is Lee Meyer. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, but I was working a side hustle from home, and I just wanted my time back. I'm in Washington State. For those of you who did not hear that, I love it here. It's absolutely beautiful, but we do get rain. It's actually drizzling right now. EmpoweredPassiveIncome.com. That's where you're going to go to get all of the details. And again, I was completely completely skeptical about this myself, about seeing $900, about having a 2-hour workday, but I knew that I could not afford to at least check it out. I knew that I couldn't afford or not afford to at least like see what this could do for my family, because again, time was slipping by. I was realizing how quickly my kids are growing up. I feel like I've blinked and my baby's already 2. She was just born and like she's already 2. I missed out on so many memories with her because I was having to trade my time for money. I was having to always work my side hustle separate from my family. And so to be able to have this passive income stream that is out there working for me is huge. It is what has given me my time back. So if you are looking for your time back, if you're looking for a way to actually be present with your kids, with your family, if you're looking for a way to be able to bring in real amounts of money. I was making a few bucks here, a few bucks there. To have this ability to have an automation system that is out there working for me, bringing me in hundreds of dollars at a time and doing it in a way that is passive was the hugest blessing for me. And again, I didn't think that I could do this. I didn't think that it was possible for a regular, normal, everyday stay at home mom like me. I'm not anybody special. So to see $900 showing up, what we teach you inside is how to make daily pay. And so do you realize that when you learn the skills to be able to bring in daily pay, when you learn those daily pay skills, do you realize that $900, that is $6,300, $6,300 a week. And I'm going to switch out my pen here. That is $328,000 a year. Like, what would that do for your family to learn these types of high income skills, to learn these skills that could take your family to a whole new level? I want you to imagine with me for a second what this would do for you. How would that make you feel to look in your bank account and see that you have $328,000 there? How would you feel looking in the mirror, knowing what you've accomplished for your family, knowing what you've accomplished for yourself, knowing that you invested in yourself and that you followed through and that you showed up and you learned and that you brought in this income for your family? How proud of yourself would you feel when you looked in the mirror? How proud would you feel when you were actually the parent, the mom that you want to be, the dad that you want to be, because you were able to be present and have the time with your kids, the time to spend with them, the time to be able to get down on the floor and play with them, to be able to have a pretend picnic and actually be able to enjoy the pretend food because you're not having to rush off to go work. You're not having to think about, how am I going to bring in money today? You're not having to think about, how am I going to get the bills paid? But you're actually able to be present in that moment. What would this do for you? What would you be able to accomplish? Would you be able to get completely debt free? Would you be able to sit down, pull out the computer, and send in that last payment on your student loans, on your car payment, on maybe even a mortgage? Would it mean that you would be able to get out of an apartment if you're living in an apartment and you're like, you would love to be able to own a house? Would it mean that you would be able to pick up a phone and call a realtor and say, hey, I'm ready, I've got money, let's go pick out something today? What would this do for you? Would it mean that you could fire your boss? These are the skills that you learn inside of this system that I am sharing with you. So empoweredpassiveincome.com. This is where you're going to go to get all of the details. This is my website here. When you get there, you're going to see a place to put in your email. You're going to put that in, and that's immediately going to take you to a short video from my mentor. You're going to watch that all the way through because I promise that it will answer your questions. Now, this is not an MLM. It is not a get rich quick scheme. There's nothing wrong with MLMs. It was just not what I wanted for myself. I didn't want to have to make somebody else rich. So I want to be clear on this. That is not an MLM. I also want to be clear that this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is about you learning real life skills. This is about you learning skills to be successful in a digital world, to be successful in a world where literally everything around us is going online. Everything around us is going digital. So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, and I want to give you hope today that if I can do this, if I can have success with this, if I can get my time back with my kids, if I can bring in $900 at a time for my family, that you can do this too. You do not need to have tech skills. You do not need to have prior experience. You do not need to have a following to have results from this. So empoweredpassiveincome.com, you're going to go there, put in your email. That is going to get you all of the details about exactly how this works. And the most important thing that I want you to know is that it does not have to take months or years from now. You can start making money right away with this system. So imagine having an automated system. Imagine learning the skills of daily pay, and you're starting to see that come in over the next few weeks. You're starting to see that come in over the next couple of months as we head into the holidays. How would that change your holidays to be able to see $900 coming in at a time as we're headed into Thanksgiving, as we're headed into Christmas, as we're headed into that holiday season? How would that change the holidays for your family? Would it mean that you would be able to give your kids the best Christmas they've ever had? Would it mean that you would be able to get them the gifts they actually want and not just the ones that you can afford? Would it mean that you could, be able to take your family on a trip this holiday season? What would this mean for you? I want you to know that with this system that I am sharing with you, it allows you to bring in money right away. We've got people who, from day one are profitable. We got people who are making sales in their first, maybe week or two or first month. It does not have to take months or years to get started with a passive income stream when you have something like what I am sharing with you. So for those of you who are just hopping in here, my name is Lee Meyer. I'm so glad that you are joining me. Come on in, and I'm sharing with you about passive income stream and making money right from home around your family schedule, and never having to tell your kids you're too busy again. Never having to say, hey, no, I'll play with you later, or no, I'm working right now, leave me alone. With this passive income stream, this is what has freed up my time. This is what has given me my time back with my kids. I knew that God gave me 4 blessings. I had to work hard for those blessings. I had to work years for those blessings. And I knew that I didn't want to miss out on any of those that time that I had with them. I knew that I didn't want to miss out on making any of those memories, but I had bills that had to be paid. I had expenses that I had to cover. And so I was working a side hustle, trading my time for money, until I came across this system that has given me an automated way to be able to bring in income passively for my family, 900 at a time. So if you're curious in any way, I would recommend right now hopping off here, going to my website, empoweredpassiveincome.com. You're going to see a place to put in your email. You at least owe it to your family. You at least owe it to your kids to at least go and check this out. Empoweredpassiveincome.com. You're going to go there. You're going to see a place to put in your email. Put that in, and then you're immediately going to be taken to a page with a short video from my mentor. It's going to answer all of your questions. This is not an MLM, by the way. This is making 100% profit on $900 at a time. You're not making somebody else rich. You're not the little hamster on the wheel doing all of the work and somebody else is getting all of the money. This is actually 100% profit with this. So empoweredpassiveincome.com, that's where you're going to go to be able to get all of the details. Watch that video all the way through because I promise that it will answer your questions. Now, if it doesn't answer all of your questions for some reason and you still have questions after that, go ahead and hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me, and I will be personally answer whatever questions that you have. I want you to know that you can do this. I want you to know that even if you're skeptical, even if you're like, okay, $900 a day, that sounds too good to be true. $900 a day, like that cannot possibly be real. I want you to know that that is possible for you. And I can tell you that that is true because I've seen that for myself, but I've seen thousands of people inside our community who are following this blueprint, who are following this same process, having success and bringing in life-changing income for their family without having a following, without having prior experience. So head here now, Empowered Passive Income. That's where you're going to get all of the details. Put in your email. I'm going to be able to send you that blueprint immediately. You're going to be able to learn. You could actually be set up and bringing in passive income for your family within the next 24 to 48 hours. So today is Thursday, and Thursday morning, you could have this set up and by this weekend, ready to start seeing $900 come in at a time. Like, how exciting would that be to have this set up by this weekend? Have an automated way to be able to make $900 at a time, 100% profit. Now, by the way, this is not, I mentioned it's not an MLM, but it also means that you don't have to bug friends and family. When you've got an automated system out there, you do not ever have to bug people. You don't have to get on the phone with anybody. You don't have to recruit anybody. You don't have to DM people. You don't have to friend request people. We actually teach how to do attraction marketing where you're attracting your perfect customer to you. So you don't ever have to do any of that chasing. You're using an attraction method. You're using marketing that is bringing people to you. So you don't have to be glued to your phone all day. You don't have to be, that annoying person that is constantly selling the next best thing and bugging your friends and family, but you're using a way to be able to attract customers to you. And then you've got the entire sales process fully automated from start to finish. So empoweredpassiveincome.com, that is going to get you all of the details about exactly how this works. My name is Lee Meyer, for those of you who are just hopping in here, and I am a stay-at-home mom of four. I was actually working a side hustle from home, trading my time for dollars. I'm located in Washington State, and I found this passive income stream just 3.5 months ago, and it has literally rocked my world. So there's about 3.5 months left in 2024, and your entire year, your entire life could change over that next couple of months that we have left. What if you could get to December 31st so proud of yourself that you learned these skills, so proud of yourself of what you've accomplished for your family, to be able to look in the mirror and like the person that is staring back at you, to look in the mirror and feel so proud of yourself, of what you've accomplished for your family. So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com, that's where you're going to go to get all of the details about exactly how this works. Again, this is not an MLM. You're not making somebody else rich. It's just a simple automation system that is out there working for you, where you've got a 2-hour workday, where you're putting in 2 hours of income earning activities on your schedule around your family. And then you've got that automation system that is out there working for you. So you can say yes to your kids, so you can be present, so you don't have to worry about your finances. So you don't have to worry about how you're going to make it through the month because you know that you have a system that is bringing you in daily pay. You know you have a system to bring in daily pay, $900 at a time. I know that that sounds skeptical. Again, I know that sounds too good to be true. And that is what I thought myself. I called it all of the names in the book. I, did not believe it for myself, but I knew that I could not miss out on any more time with my kids. I knew that I couldn't miss out on the little time that I had left. I realized how quickly time was slipping by. My oldest is 14, my youngest is 2, and it's like in a blink of an eye, they're grown and gone. I realized how, you know, less than 4 years to have all 4 kids still under my roof. So to be able to have this way to reclaim my time, to get that time back with my family, but to also more than just get by, because that's where I was at before, trading my time in for money, working a side hustle to barely just get by. Like, what is the point of that? What is the point of working your time away, trading your time for dollars just to get the bills paid, and you don't even have enough money to go out and make memories? You don't have enough money to be able to enjoy the kids that you have. You don't have enough money to be able to enjoy life now. And so what this passive income stream, I want you to imagine having a passive income stream, having an automated way that is out there working for you, and being able to make plans for the weekend without having to go and check your bank account because you have daily pay, because you know that you have daily pay coming in to your system. What would it mean for you to be able to pull out a computer, have your kids come around, have your family come around and say, hey, where do you want to go this summer? Where do you want to travel to? Where do you want to travel to over the holidays? And to be able to book wherever you want to go without having to go and ask your bank account for permission. What would it mean for you to be able to make those memories with your kids before it's too late, before they're grown and gone, and to be able to make those memories that you're going to be talking about 10 years from now? That is what this system can do. That is what having a passive income stream, having an automated way to bring in sales, $900 on a daily basis, can do for you. So again, $900, that is $328,000 a week. You're going to head here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. That is my website. When you get there, you will see a place to put in your email. That is going to get you a video immediately. As soon as you enter your email, you'll be taken to a page with a video that is going to answer all of your questions. Watch that video all the way through. That video is from my mentor. This is not an MLM, by the way, but watch that video all the way through, and it is going to answer all of your questions. It's going to answer exactly how this works. If for some reason you watch that video all the way through and you've still got questions, hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me, and I will personally answer whatever questions that you have, because I am so passionate about seeing that change in others. I am so passionate about seeing how this can affect your life, how this can change your life. I know that this can work for you. I know that you can see that change, that you can get your time back, that you can get an automated passive income stream that is out there working for you, and that it doesn't have to take tons of time, that you could have your time back. You could have money coming in. You could have a system that is out there working for you by this weekend. So head here now, empoweredpassiveincome.com. Again, my name is Lee Meyer. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, and I never saw this coming. I had no idea that anything like this existed. And so when I heard about $900 days, when I heard about daily pay, when I heard about a way to bring in $900 at a time for my family and get my time back, to be able to do it passively and completely automated, I was totally skeptical. I didn't think that it was real. I didn't think it could possibly be a real thing. I thought it had to be something. It had to be an MLM. It had to be, something. Then I found out that it wasn't, and that I could actually make 100% profit on every sale that came in, that I was not making somebody else rich, but that it was my own business, and that I could make money, be profitable from essentially day one. I had bills now, I had expenses now. I couldn't afford to not, have a way to bring in money. I needed a way to be able to bring in money now and not months or years down the road. I needed a way to reclaim that time now. Again, I saw my kids growing up and I saw how quickly time was slipping by, how little time I had left, and how I had just been trading my time for dollars, working a side hustle, working just to get by, just to get the bills paid. And I didn't even have enough at the end of the month to be able to do those things, to make memories with my kids that we're going to be talking about. Just because of this system, I've been able to bring in thousands of dollars for my family. I know that it doesn't sound real, but I was actually able last night to go and book concert tickets. I went and got concert tickets to be able to take my kids to. It is going to be so much fun and I'm so excited. But that is the type of thing that I didn't have money for before. But because I've got this passive income stream, because I've got an automated system to bring in sales, $900, $600, $300 at a time, 100% profit, I was able to go and get those tickets. I was able to go and book those tickets. We're going to be headed there next week. And it's like, I don't even have to worry about, how we're going to pay for food. I don't have to worry about how we're going to pay for parking. It's all covered. And this is the thing that I wanted. I wanted that time back. I wanted the time to be able to make memories with my kids. And I wanted the money to be able to go out and make memories like this, of things that we're going to be talking about 5 and 10 years from now, of remember the time when we did this, remember the time when we went to this concert, remember the time when we, whatever that is for you, what would that be for you? What is the memory that you would love to be able to make with your kids? Let me know in the comments if there is something that you would love to do. What is that thing that you would love to be able to take your kids to? Maybe it's a vacation. Maybe it's a place that you want to travel to. I would love to know what that is. Put it in the comments. For me, it's being able, like just a simple thing like a concert. I wasn't able to do that before. So for those of you who are just coming through, my name is Lee Meyer. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4 in Washington State, but I was working a side hustle from home, and it was taking time away from my family, time away from being able to be present. And at the end of the day, I wasn't even able to have enough money to go out and make these types of memories. It was just getting the bills paid. It was just covering those expenses. So empoweredpassiveincome.com, that's where you're going to head. And that is going to get you all of the details. You're going to go here. You're going to see a place to put in your email. Put that in, and that's immediately going to take you to a web page where you see a video. You're going to click to watch that video. Watch that video all the way through, because it's going to answer all of your questions about exactly how that works. Now, that video that you're going to see, that is from my mentor, but this, I want you to know, is not an MLM. You are not making somebody else rich. It's actually an extremely generous model that is called Master Resell Rights. And I had no idea that anything like this existed. I had no idea that a brilliant business model like this was out there, and what this allows you to do. What it, the reason why I'm like, yes, this is amazing, is because it allows you to be able to hit the ground running from day one with a product that is ready, done for you, ready to promote, ready to sell, ready to start bringing in this amount of income from. So go ahead here now, empoweredpassiveincome.com, and I'm going to get you all of the details. Watch that video all the way through that you're going to get as soon as you put in your email. If you still have questions after you watch that video, it should answer like 99.9% of your questions. But if you've still got questions, then go ahead and hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me, and I will personally answer whatever questions that you have. I know that I had a ton of questions when I first found out about this. I was like, what is this? I don't get it. Like, I had so many questions. So, if you've got questions too, if you've got questions that aren't answered in that video, I would love to be able to get those answered for you. But your family deserves for you to go and check this out. You deserve to get that time back with your kids, to get that time back with your grandkids. So at least go here and check this out, empoweredpassiveincome.com. That is my website where you're going to be able to get all of the details. So with this, I mentioned those products. Once you have your product, you're essentially ready to go. You jump in and you will be walked through trainings to get your automation set up, get that system to be able to bring in passive income for your family. You're going to be able to follow along with those videos. That automation system, it is a proven way. It is a proven sales funnel. If you've heard that term before, that is actually highly converting. And so all your job is to be able to get leads inside of that sales funnel. And then that sales funnel, those emails, all of the follow-up, all of the web pages that are done for you, by the way, that means you don't have to have any of the tech skills behind that. All of that is done for you. That is what is taking your potential leads, people who are interested, and converting them into daily paying customers. That is what is taking them from just finding out, just discovering your website, to going and making a purchase from you because they've grown to know, like, and trust you through that follow-up, through that system. This is a highly converting system that you get. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up with something on your own and hope that it works, but we actually give you the entire sales automation process so that you can have that out there working for you. So again, that could be set up today and you could be ready to go by this weekend of being able to bring in $900 at a time. You could be set up by this weekend to have this automation system that is out there working for you. Like, how would that change your weekend? How excited would you be to have a way to bring in daily pay, to be able to make plans for the weekend, knowing that you have a system where you're seeing daily pay show up in your bank account? How would that make you feel to be able to book that vacation, maybe over the holidays for your family, of your dream vacation, of not just that place down the road that's cheap that you can afford to go to, but the place that you've always wanted to go to, and be able to make those memories with your kids without having to go in debt, without having to go and ask your bank account how much you can afford. But what if you could break free of being stuck to living that budget lifestyle? For us, that was what it has always been. It's meant that I was always working a side hustle just to get the bills paid. I was working a side hustle just to get by, just to cover those expenses. So to be able to have this money, to be able to enjoy the kids that I have, enjoy life now, be able to make those memories now before it's too late. Before, we were always stuck to a budget. I only had so much to spend. When it ran out, it ran out. You had to figure out how to make it through the month. We were, living that rice and beans lifestyle, clipping coupons, saving, doing all of the things that we were supposed to be doing. And it was always like, okay, but I can't live life now. When am I ever going to be able to actually live? When am I going to be able to actually enjoy life, to be able to actually enjoy my kids? And I was realizing how quickly time was going by, how quickly my kids were growing up. My oldest, he's going to be 15 this fall. And I was realizing how little time I have left. So empoweredpassiveincome.com, that is going to give you all of the details. I'm getting ready to hop off off here to tell my husband goodbye for the day as he's headed out to work. But empoweredpassiveincome.com, you're going to put in your email. That is going to give you that video. Immediately, you're going to be taken to a page with a video. Watch that video all the way through because it will answer your questions about this. It will show you exactly how. If you've still got questions after that, hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me. Again, my name is Lee Meyer, so when you see those emails show up, it will have my name on it from me. Hit reply on any of those, and I will personally answer whatever questions that you have. But I want to ask you one final question before I hop off here, and that is, what would that do for you if you could learn the skills of daily pay? If you could get your time back, if you could have a 2-hour workday that is out there working for you, what would that do for you if you could be home with your kids and actually be present, to actually have an automated way to bring in real amounts of income? I was coming from a background of making $10 here, $20 there. So to be able to bring in hundreds of dollars, when I say real amounts of income, that is what I mean. It's like it actually stacks up. It actually puts a dent in things. What would this do for you to learn the skills of daily pay? Do you realize that $900 a day on a daily basis, that's $6,300 a week and $328,000 a year? What would that do for your family? You get to January 1st and you've learned these skills. You've built up your skills and you're seeing this on a daily basis. You're seeing $900 come into your bank account on a daily basis. You get to the end of 2025 and you've got an extra $328,000 in your bank account. You're so fired up. You do it again in 2026. You do it again in 2027. What are you? 3 years in a row? You are a self-made millionaire, all in just 2 hours a day, all because you stepped out and decided to take control of your situation, all because you decided to do something about your financial situation, what you are stuck in. You decided to get out of that, to have an automated income stream, to learn the skills to bring in daily pay and to master a 2-hour workday. That is what this can do for you, my friend. And I know that this can help you. So again, head here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. I am Lee Meyer. This is my website. You're going to go there, put in your email. You're going to put in your email and you're immediately going to get a video on the very next screen. Watch that video all the way through. That will answer all of your questions. I promise if you watch it all the way through, 99.9% of your questions are going to be answered. If you've still got questions after that, hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me. Now, underneath that video, you're going to see a button. You're going to click that button. That is going to take you over to the page where you see the different options, the different products that are available to be able to get these passive income streams set up for yourself. And with this $900, it actually gets 4 income streams. So you actually get an income stream of 900, you get an income stream of 600, you get an income stream of 300, and you get an income stream of 100. But this is where it gets really exciting, is our best selling product is actually that $900. So what that means for you is that the majority of your sales, what it has meant for me is the majority of my sales and the majority of sales across our community are actually at that $900 level. So I get a car going by. So go here, check that out. This is where you're going to be able to see the products and see how you can have a passive income stream that is out there working for you. But it is literally step by step by step, paint by number easy. Anybody can do this. Most of the tech work is done for you. You do not need prior experience. You do not need a following. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off here so I can tell my husband goodbye. But I want to wish you a fabulous rest of your day. And I want to leave you with that final thought of what would daily pay do for your family? What would $328,000 do for you? And how would that make you feel to be able to look in the mirror so proud of what you've accomplished, so proud of the skills that you've learned, and so proud of what you've done for your family? So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com. I'm going to wish you a fabulous rest of your day, and thank you so much for being here with me. I am so excited for you. All right, bye.